Good day, everybody. It's Max, and welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program Destiny Blueprints, where we're going for all the things and all the achievements in Dyson Sphere Program. And we're just 5 away, people. 5 achievements away. And of course, 2 of those achievements are speed related, time related achievements, which we have to complete the game in under 25 hours. And of course, the other one, the more important one, 10 hours. That's right. So what I have been doing is I have been doing a build, and then we're blueprinting that build in preparation for doing the speed run challenge. Now, I mean, everybody does it a little differently. There's a specific map which a lot of people use. The seed is down in the video description. And of course, that seed and the build I'm doing, everybody will do it differently. Now, obviously, I'm going for a couple other achievements here as well. I'm going for the 0.5 resource achievement and the no foundation achievement at the same time. Yeah, that's just silly talk, right? That's just silly talk right there. But obviously, a lot of people would not be going for those achievements at the same time as doing a speed run. But it just turns out I need the achievements anyway, so that's just the way it's working out. So with that, we're going to get into the game in a second. And before I do, thanks to all recent subscribers, as their names are scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Thanks to the Steam Elements. There it is. Well, at least it didn't quit today. It's still working. We like that. Thanks to all those in the live chat, and of course to those who watch later on. I'm very appreciative of that. We should load this game, by the way. What are we doing today, Max? Well, as mentioned, we're not doing the speed run just yet. We're still working on the builds and the things, and of course, today is going to be about firing up some yellow science and then getting a few things situated. So let's have a look at where we were last time. So here we are. This is a 3-planet area, which is very special. All right, this seed is a very special seed. There is the home planet, which we're going to go back to shortly. And, of course, you always get a gas giant, right? Freebie. And then, of course, we have a lava planet. So the ice planet that you get in this system that's in double orbit with you, this has fire ice on it. And having a fire ice planet saves you a lot of material and workout in time, right? And of course, that's a big deal. That's a really big deal. But the other thing is the one other planet we get, which is this lava planet, is tidal locked, right? So when it comes down to doing the white science and getting them proton accelerators or whatever they are, we can set up ray receivers on the tidal lock side to get that material as much as possible. That is why this seed is just so special. It has a fire ice planet, which is easy to get the fire ice. It has a tidal lock planet, which makes it easy to set up ray receivers without too much problem, and all the things. Jamie, what's up? Just about to mention the overlay. I had a feeling. Jamie. It's all good. It's all good in the neighborhood. Running a little fever today, so it's a nice day to take a break between Plan B yesterday and tomorrow, because this one will probably be a little shorter because, I don't know, I'm running this little weird fever today, so I figure I'll make sure we're all right. Noko, what's up? I hope it's all good in the neighborhood, and I hope you're doing all right, sir. You know? So yeah, we're going to, first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab a little titanium here. And we're actually going to fly back home because that's a thing. But we want to grab a little titanium to take back with us. How's power doing here, by the way? Oh yeah, it's good. It's good. All right. Listen, you gotta leave some of this stuff behind. I know you don't want to, and it makes you nervous and all, but you really do gotta leave some of this behind, dude. You know, having all this stuff on you doesn't do anything for us. Okay. Well, do you want to leave anything else behind? Yeah, like all that rock. Okay. No, don't put the rock in the chest. Get rid of the. Okay, look, close that. Give me the rock. Delete the rock. Goodbye to the rock. Right. Can you smell what the rock is cooking? Well, I'll tell you what the rock's cooking. Nothing, because I just threw it out. All right, there you go. So with that, there we go. We'll take a little titanium back with us, back to the home planet before it gets too far away. Because there it is. I mean, there's the home planet right there. This is one of the great things about this seed, people. I mean, the seed. I mean, it's right there. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, the planet doesn't get much closer than that, right? I mean, it's only 1,200 meters away, according to this guy, right? Where's the stuff at? Oh, okay. I see where we are. I see where we are. We're good. I must admit, I don't know if I'm digging the new cloud layers on the planets. I don't know if that should be a thing that should be turned off or not, but I don't know. Not really feeling it. Not really feeling it too much. So, I mean, on a few occasions they look all right, but a lot of times they look kind of dirty. I fell unconscious today for some reason. Well, dude, that's because you're pushing yourself too hard lately, dude. Don't push yourself so hard lately. You know, unconscious is not good. I'm assuming you're going to have some, you're going to have that looked at, right? You know, you're going to have some tests done in the things. You know, don't, you know, don't do something silly or anything like that, right? Yeah, I got to get my red science back up and running. Somehow I accidentally broke this. Now, this is not the proper setup for this science, for this setup. First problem is that in some of my testing, my hydrogen oil setup, I'm now going to run down here in this basically open space, starting about here. And this is going to leave that top space for doing the oil setup. So you can see here, there's like two different builds going on, right? This, the build on the right of my mech, this is an oil setup. So basically, it produces hydrogen and oil, and we take the oil and we use that. Now, yes, we're going to use the hydrogen, of course, because reasons. But really, this setup here is mostly for the oil because we need the oil to do things, right? Now, on the other side of the picture here, and I'm just fixing the future belt problem that I've got. On the other side here, the setup here that you now see on my left. Of the picture, this is a hydrogen setup, a hydrogen graphene setup. This design is specifically made and used to self-cycle itself and generate extra hydrogen out of nothing. I love that. I love it when we make hydrogen out of nothing. So that's important. And of course, the thing we'll need here is we probably need about, I think it's what, 8 5s or 40. I think we need about 50 of the ones on the right, and I need about 65 of the ones on the left. So we're going to have to do some stuff just randomly while talking to someone. That is not the first time that's happened to me, dude. About 5 years ago, I was talking with somebody. I was standing there, and we were getting ready to go to a meeting, and they started walking forward. I started walking forward, and then the next thing I knew, I wasn't walking forward anymore. And that was it. Anyway, they helped me, but nevertheless, it's just one of those things. You gotta make sure that, get it checked out, all the 9 yards, right? So in this case, this is not the real setup that we're gonna go for here. What did I mess up now? You've got a few pieces of stuff kicking around. Yeah, just get rid of the litter. It's fine. Let's get down here because we got to get this all up and running so we can get some yellow science started. Let me tell you, because yellow science is not running, and we're running out of options for just blue and red science. So we need some yellow science to get up and go because it got up and left. I'll tell you right now. Yep. Okay. Let's see. Which means we got to get all of this started today. Yep. It just seems like there's so much to get done. All right, well, I mean, this is why we're going to hang out for the next hour and a half, Max. It's going to be fine. It's going to be just fine. So, what are you looking for? You're looking for the water and the plastic and the things. You know what? You should actually hook up the oil first before you panic on this whole titanium thing. Well, yeah, but the titanium thing I can fix in like 2 minutes. All right. Where do you want to do that at? Right here. Oh, okay. Well, this is where you need the titanium first, dude. What do I need up here? What do I need for these things before I get all excited? That's just a bunch of oil and rock to make that stuff. All right. Well, listen, you also need that right away. Yeah, I know, but I just let me get the titanium out of my inventory, dude. Just let me get my titanium emptied out. Okay, cool. All right. Dude, don't stress out now. All right. Remember, this isn't part of the speed run. We're just we're just getting ready just to blueprint this later. It's nothing too exciting. There we go. So we'll get this down. We'll fill up a box and we'll get some power going to this. All right. Right about there somewhere, I guess. Looks like that's powered up. That's going to at least be one half of the equation for that. So now we got to work on the other half here. Do you still know on what percentage you have on the vein resources? Do I still know? Well, I have it at 0.5 at the moment. So this on this seed it is 0.5, right? So it's 0.5 resource, half the resources. Is that a bad idea? Probably. But I will. But I mean, that's not hurting me any. For now. Okay, so we got all these tanks sitting here. Listen, you know what you got to do, dude. You got to put some tanks on this thing. Or I mean, it's all clogged up at the moment, right? Yeah, do that, would you? Meanwhile, let's start getting rid of this monstrosity oil because you got a mess going on here. Okay, and again, this is all from different experiments and stuff like that, so we're not panicking too much. You're going to have to get up and over this rock, though, dude. All right. We can do that. We'll bring that right down here. Where am I going with this? I think it's right here. And... oh, okay. Yeah, you're going right in there, dude. You're going right in there. Like, well, all right, here. Just do that then. What? Did I go up one more? No, that isn't what you wanted, Max. Stop doing that. All right. Listen, just get down in here. Do that. Why now? Why are you down to like game? Don't you give me a hard time. All right, there we go. There you go. Get in there so you can start splitting up. I can't believe. Now what's the problem? Oh, you want to come down? Now you want to come down. Oh, okay. Sure, it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. But this is why we do these things as part of this, because we need to see where the little gotchas are on the speed run, right? Because you can't. There's no way to hook up all the things. That's just not going to happen, right? So, like for example, like you'll blueprint this down, but trying to blueprint every single line and every single thing just isn't possible. What you got to do is basically, blueprint the big stuff, but then make the connections between while the robots are building, right? And in this particular case, now that isn't where these tanks would be sitting anyway. The tanks I'm going to probably use are the ones that are way over here on the right. I'm just using up this oil here because it's for testing purposes. And you got to know, like, how fast can I get a line to run down in here to hook into this? Because this will be part of the blueprint, but it won't have the line going into it. And then, of course, I got to figure out a way to get it over all this stone, right? Which is crazy. Crazy. Listen, you haven't got water running here either, dude. Because you're going to need this acid. So do that. Right? And you got a tank ready to go here, right? Okay. All the things. Yeah, all the things, dude. There you go. Look at that. Take up some water. Yeah, there you go. That's it. Spit that out, would you? Now, how much of that do you need? Probably not that. I don't think I need 30,000. We only need this to make titanium ingots. Titanium ingots actually aren't used in science, but they are used in components, such as the towers and our spaceships. So we still have to make a little acid to make some titanium ingots, because obviously we can't have the spaceships without them, right? So most of the titanium is just being used for the science, but we're going to divert a little bit of it just to do a little science for us, do a little bit of component building. Okay, so let's check this out. We got lots of we got that oil coming in. It's coming in on the fast line, which is good. That's what it's supposed to do. And then, of course, this is all really a little slow. Let me check here just to double check my line limits, right? All the things. Do that. Do this. You gotta have all the numbers at your fingertips, people. It's all about the numbers at the fingertips. You forgot to push a button on a thing here though. Okay, well, there, button pushed. All right, so getting plastic. Where's the plastic? There you go. That is going to be the recipe for plastic. You need not that much oil. I know right now. I'll tell you right now that's not right. Do that. It is it's basically one line of green belt. So that is so see how everything is filled up here? That's good. Guess what? You forgot to connect the bridge. All right. So basically, part A is making the plastic. Part B is going to be storing some of that plastic for us. But the oil we need the oil to continue on down the line, right? That's important. So this oil has to keep on going. It's got to be groovy, dude. It's got to be groovy. So we need this oil to keep right on going down the line. So we do it like that, and we hook that in there. And it's the same over here. So this one comes over, this one comes over, and then this one comes in. Now, what we have here is basically a double box set, right? So the boxes are just picking the plastic up and spitting it back out. Perfect, right? And the reason they're doing that, of course, is that one, that gives me an extra box of plastic to play around with. Two, if there's any shortfall anywhere, then they'll have plastic stored up so as we won't have to worry about it. That's all good. Get rid of that. Blah, blah, blah. All the things. Yep. Boop. There you go. So now we're going to plug you into this. And this should get this up and running. Okay. So our oil has merged together and into one line because obviously it doesn't need both lines of oil to do that. And it now brings up a water line. You forgot to plug in the power, dude. Okay, my bad. Here we go. Boom. And all this plastic. Look at the globes. Look at the graphics on that. I mean, them globes look really cool, right? I mean, if you ever stared at all the globes and all these things, I mean, they do look. I mean, it just looks so realistic. I mean, it's just amazing. I mean, I must admit, it does really freak me out. So, hey, look at that. We got organic crystal being made. Now, that is the one thing I do wish we had in this seed. If you could get a seed that had organic crystal and have fire ice, bam, man, that would be the perfect speed seed, right? Because then you wouldn't need this whole build, right? This whole build would be moot point, right? You would just put down some miners and mine it. So this build is all for this organic crystal. And I mean, if you could get a seed with organic crystal and fire ice on it and a tidal lock planet, yeah, that would be intense, people. That would be intense. But the problem is the planet with the organic crystal, I don't think you'd ever find it. I just don't think that's going to happen. But anyway, listen, you forgot to put a belt on that, dude. I noticed that. You're going to fix it? Well, yes, I am. There we go. What about this one over here? Did you forget this one too? Nope, just that one. All right, cool. So that has now got our organic crystal coming down here, all groovy in the neighborhood. These 5 here we don't turn on right away. This is going to be for a little bit later when it comes to purple science. So these 20 here are for yellow science, and these extra 5 are actually for the purple science. Hey, look at that. We're making some titanium crystal there, people. And eventually this line will fill up. It is slowly making its way down here. So it doesn't look like it's going to, but it's going to. And then, of course, once it does, boom. We have crystals, people. No, you don't. Do you know why? You didn't put on the the sorters on them. You goof. I mean, you did such a great job with the copy, but you didn't put the sorters on. Why did you do that? Well, I don't know. All right, that's fine. Oh, core energy will be depleted. Oh no, we're not doing that. We don't do core energy depletion. I'm not doing that. Listen, there's like 9 tons of this right here. Give me this. Hi guys, what's up? Can I have some of that? Thank you. Yeah, we're not gonna low energy. I don't believe that. Not for a second. There we go. Do that. All right. Switch to the screens, all the things. There we go. So let's moving on, people. Moving on. All right. So that's going to take care of that. Well, you still haven't finished putting these on, you goof. And did you just put yellow ones on there? Yes. Why did you do that? You realize that's just going to cause you headaches later, right? Yeah, I agree. Lack of replacement item. What? I got. Okay. What are you talking about, game? I've got Mark. I got Mark IIs right there. Yeah. Game? Don't you dare question me. I am the master. You are not supposed to question me at all. Okay, that's fine. We'll talk later, game. We'll talk later. All right, so let's get the rest of these in with the proper color this time. Gee whiz. Because I want some yellow science. And then you got to somehow get it over to the belt. Yeah, that's a thing. That should be entertainment. Okay, do all the things. I'm going to check that over there in a minute. So yes, this is what I expected to see, but something's gone awry. Something's gone missing. Something is just gosh darn goofed up. What's going on over here, guys? Listen, there's supposed to be more than enough plastic. Where's all the oil? What happened to all the oil? You don't tell me all the oil drained out of these tanks. I was going to say there's all kinds of oil in these tanks. Okay, well, just see what's going on here. Really? You haven't got enough oil to push all the way down there? That's not true. This chart says, dude, the chart says that it's a 0.79 of a green belt to get this to happen. So there should be more than enough oil on a full green belt to get this to work. Listen, maybe you did a miscalculation. Maybe you better look. All right. Well, just a second. Where's my oil? Give me my oil. 1.4, 0.3. Yeah, guess what, you goof? You added wrong. Okay, well, listen. Sometimes my math stinks, all right? Just don't be mean about it. All right, well, listen. Can we fix it? Yes. It is something you're going to have to take note of, though, Max. This is a bit of a boo-boo. Is that what we're calling it now? Boo-boo? All right, well, listen. Well, it is a boo-boo because now you're going to have to do something like this. You got to keep that one there, but you're going to have to take this one out, and then you've got to put this in. I think you're going to run a belt, dude. No, you're not. You're fine. Oh, is that because of my dude? Where's my dude? The mecha panel. That's armor customization, dude. Listen. No, that's not it. Okay, that's fine. I'll look at that later. All right, so now that should be enough oil to be filling both of those lines, right? Yes, this little setup here is going to steal like 1 out of every 9, but that shouldn't matter too much. It should be more than enough to make this to the end. That 0.9 is like a 0.2 or something crazy like that. So that's what we want. Yeah, guys, push this all the way to the bottom because you guys were making me look bad there for me. It's like I couldn't do any math or something. All right, there we go. All right. Let's get some yellow science up and running. Wow. Guess what you forgot? Power poles. What is that? Is that a running theme for you today, Max? Power poles? Sure. Whatever. Whatever. Okay. There we go. We got the stuff and the things all set up. We'll let that clean up with diamonds here for a second. These are all going to be yellow science. You know, it's funny because when it comes to purple science for the speed run, you actually need. So, purple obviously is the next science, right? And then green is the science after that. But you actually need less purple than you do green science. You only need, I think it's what, 7,900 purple science, but you need 9,500 green science. So, hey, entertainment, people. It's entertainment. Okay, well, what's going to happen now, Max? Well, I'd like to be able to get this science show on the road by having it in a box somewhere, and then having you. Oh no, I'm out of boxes. Well, go get a few boxes. Meanwhile, you can see where it is you actually got to go. Wow, we got to go that way with this stuff. That's pretty intense. That's a lot more intense actually than I was expecting. Yup. And then that's where you got to connect it onto. How you gonna do that? Well, gee, well, thanks for the encouragement. I'm glad you sound so confident. Okay, sure. Do you still have an answer for it? Well, not exactly, but I must admit it's a new problem to have, isn't it? Sure. That's where that yellow science has got to go. Yeah. Good luck with that. Where are you gonna bring that in at? I mean, you've got this belt here, which is going to be used for Mark 1 and Mark 2 proliferation. Sheesh, you got a mess going on. Okay, well, what do you want to do about it? I mean, can you thread the needle through that? Well, maybe. It's not the first time I've done something crazy. All right. Listen, why don't you do a test on that? Okay, let's do a test on that. So that's going to be, you got to come in here. Then as soon as you get underneath this bridge, you got to go up one. And then you got to come over one like this. No, let's do it this way. And then you got to come down. Can you do that? I don't think you can do that, dude. I think it's too shallow. Can you come down now? Yes. Wow. Okay. So, all right. Let me figure this out. Let me figure it out. So if you come down now, you do this, you do that, you come back this way and hook in. Yes. I mean, that's a little messy, but it will work. Sure. I mean, that's perfectly fine. Okay. Well, then you can't have it coming in there, so I think we'll do this way. Because when you do come over here, you've got to actually, you actually do got to be in the air for this. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to kill that. Yep, go bye-bye for that. And then I'm going to have you come down into that and that. All right, let's make a quick stop at the mall to pick up a few things. There we go. So that's where the yellow belt's going to come in. It's going to come in. There's the bells over there. It's going to come straight in through here, hook into this belt, and then we'll plug this all in. Right? It'll be fine. I mean, sure, it's going to be just fine. Of course, this part I might actually blueprint. I might update my red science build with this little quirky belt in it, just so as I don't have to try and build that on the fly, right? I mean, come on. I mean, I'm awesome, but I'm not that awesome. Okay, there's only so much awesomeness here in one day, people. So let's now head on over. Let's click on the stuff and the things over here. So do you want to try and store the extra yellow science here? That would be actually a good idea. You didn't go to the mall, dude. Well, okay, that's true. I did not. Well, well, then you got no boxes, so go to the mall. All right. I feel like I'm 15 years old. Hey, I'm going to the mall. Yay, me. Okay, so, yeah, take those things, would you? There you go. Gregory, what's up? But you are that awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I tell myself that every day, Gregory. Tell myself that every day. It's all good. What else do you need here, Max? Well, you got belts now. You probably should grab a few sorters. Sure, we'll do that. Motors are running. Get your motors running. Do. Okay, so they're running. Well, that's cool. Well, we'll come down here. We'll put in a box. We'll do the things. You don't have to use the cheapy boxes anymore, Max. You got the adult boxes now. Awesome. That makes me feel so much better being an adult. Okay, so get that in there. Let's get the belt out of there. Like that. Yep. Thanks, guys. No, give me this. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and let's allow these diamonds to come out and actually start making some yellow science, shall we? There we go. Done. Now, just as an FYI, the builds that we're doing here for this speed run, yes, thank you very much for Structure Matrix. Bloom. There we go. The builds we're doing for this run are approximately 100 per minute, which is so if we're looking at the last map I had, the last map I was doing, I think I was doing about 300 a minute. So for the speed run, that sounds like it's really bad, right? You're like, oh my goodness, you'll never well, why are you only doing 100 a minute when, you were doing 300 a minute on your other map? Well, I mean, part of that is that we don't need to be doing 300 a minute, right? It's all about the timing. So we want to, yes, we want to finish the run as fast as possible. But if you were actually going to try and do 300 science a minute, that would be crazy. That's crazy talk. Out of building range. Well, you're a wuss. What do you mean building out of building range? Well, go back here and build it. I don't know, right about there somewhere? Yep, let's go. Are you happy now? Well, right. Well, you can do this now, Max. Because guess what's not out of building range anymore? Put that right there, and then hook that right onto that piece right there. And boop. There we go. And then you can even clean up that line afterwards. 1, 2, 3. All right, so let's land. Let these guys build this, and we'll run down and allow this yellow science to get started. Okay. And yes, quirky lines like this are part of the speed run. Make do as you will, people. Make do as you will. We'll get this science down and all the things. Mr. O, how's it going today? I hope it's all good in the neighborhood, sir. Okay, there we go. Look at that. We have science. Science. Yep. Well, now that you got science, Max, what are you going to do? I don't know. Well, why don't you hit the play button on that? There you go. Okay. So this actually looks pretty good. I'm not really big on the spacing of this. The spacing looks a little quirky. I think I left too much space on these, so I'll probably adjust those later and make do with them. Now, our next new problem, of course, is that we don't have automated titanium. So it would be about this time where we need to have a talk about what it is we want to do with yellow science. And the first thing we want out of yellow science would be this. This would be awesome. But you actually need a couple of things. We have to do this first, then do that, right? Because again, we need that titanium before we can do interstellar logistics. So, and you're making me my little rocket motors now, right, guys? Right. And then you're going to do Mark II proliferation, and you're going to do high strength steel, which is the titanium steel. And then, of course, we're going to do interstellar logistics. And I'm going to pull all my hair out. Awesome. That sounds just about right. No, you can't look at that, dude. You're not allowed to have that. So it's amazing how much science you can actually do with just red and blue science. I mean, you can do all the way up to ray receivers with just red and blue science, right? I mean, it is pretty crazy. So then, of course, we are definitely going to need that. That's a thing that's got to happen. No, we don't need that. Well, we do need the particle colliders. Yes, that has to happen. This has to happen. Yes, that has to happen. Oh, that has to happen too, and maybe that should happen before some of you guys do. Okay, well, let's take that out and let's make that happen instead. I don't need mini fusion. I don't think. I don't think I need mini fusion. So then we go back to this, or do you want to do the crystals first? You know what? Let's do the high strength steel. Then we'll do crystals. And then we'll do that after that. All right, that's fine. Again, information matrix is only red and blue science, so it's kind of all great. It's all good. The snow finally stopped, and only 2 nights with minus 20 degrees. After that, we're back to 5 and 0. Yeah, well, I mean, this is a big week for us coming up. So, of course, this, as mentioned a couple of times, the weather this year here has been really wonky, right? I mean, it's super warm here, but this week for 8 days in a row, it's going to be like cold and snow for the first time this winter, and winter's like basically over. So everybody's all upset about it, but it should make for an entertainment time if nothing else. Okay, so you got to go back for titanium, dude. I'm glad you're enjoying all this flying around, but it's not getting you anywhere. Okay. Well, I guess we'll go back for some titanium. Science is running, right? Yes, it is. Look at that. Are you going to put the Mark 1 stuff in? Yeah, you should do that, Max. Yeah, can I have some of this? Yeah, can I have some of the cool that? Yep, thank you. Okay. And open the box. Now, as part of this box was only just to get it up and running, but I think I'm going to try and incorporate it into the build. So this over here is where Mark 1 and Mark 2 proliferation is happening, right? Just to let everybody know, if we do this, and then I copy that like a madman, do this. This is my Mark 1, Mark 2 build for proliferation. It double loops on itself, which is actually really cool. So obviously it loops and then it loops again, so we can get Mark 1 and Mark 2 out of this. You can't do this part yet though, Max, because you haven't got the Mark 2 stuff. But I think what I'm going to do is I think I am actually going to just drag it over directly once it's up and running. I think it will be faster that way, for sure. Not to say as I won't remember. Well, you know what, Max? You're not going to remember. You're not going to remember this. This was a thing I had in my notes. This is the next thing we got to take care of. So while yellow science is now starting to build up, I have to do this little trick. So we have to do this. And let's see. Where are you going with this, Max? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. So this has to come with me now. You have to come this way. And yep, that's great. This one now has to hook in here. So though it's not quite yet, you got to remember this isn't really speed running in terms of like what we're doing here at the moment. But what's happened is our original stockpile of iron is running out for the mall. And so it's about this time we need coffee time. Catch you on the next one, dude. Of course. So our original iron for the mall is now running out. And not to say as it will during the speed run at this time, but we do have to put it into the slot somewhere. So you can see here we're down to like the last 2 nodes. Well, I guess there's 3 nodes here at 1400. But this looks bad, right? And the mall, you got to remember, the mall's doing a double duty purpose. The mall, first of all, is supplying us with goodies. But the second thing is that it does blue and red science. Right? Now, red science has been converted over into another area, but red science, when it first gets up and running, uses the mall for its material, except for the hydrogen, of course. That's what that thing back there does. So if blue science is to keep running, and it has to, gosh darn it. I mean, it's got to keep running for the rest of the series. We need to make sure the mall doesn't quit, because I need these chips and I need these rings to keep coming out of here. So that is why we're going to now. This is where, in the speed run of things, we would divert from worried about science at the moment, and instead we would be focused on just kind of tidying up a few lines here, and this is going to be one of them times. So this line has to be dragged over here. You just used Greenbelt for that, dude. Well, I guess it really doesn't matter. By this time, I would have already switched over to Greenbelt, so that's fine. And then I need to take this up here and plug it in. And then I'm going to cut this off. Boop. And then we're going to cut this in here. And I've already done a couple of practice runs on this one. This is why I'm kind of flying around here a little bit. We take this out. I see power's now becoming an issue, so that's something that we got to look at. There. And then, of course, that now reconnects these lines with fresh new lines of ore. And we can just plug that one in there just for a little extra something. Excellent. Where are we with power? We see all the things are fired up here, right? Everything's losing its mind. Yeah. Oh, 6. Oh, gee whiz. Dude, that's really bad for power. What are we going to do for a power plant then? Hey, look at that. There's my blue plant right there. Okay, that's great, Max. But what are we doing for power? You know, the stuff you need. Okay. Well, there's a coal vein there. All right. And there's a coal vein way down here. All right. Nothing else is closer. Well, yeah, no, not really. You got a coal vein there, you got a coal vein there, and you got one at the top of the world. So I guess the one at the top of the world is the one I'll go for next. It's ugly as sin, but at least I know where. At least I think it will be the closer one to go to for a start. You better grab some stuff from the mall, dude. All right. You don't need 50. We'll take 25. How many of these do you think you need? Well, we'll take 50 of those. All right. How we doing for belts? Sort that. Gee whiz, that's terrible. You're going to need a bunch of these. Okay. How many is a bunch? Well, take another bucket anyway. Okay, sure. What is your problem? No motors. What is your problem? You're giving all the motors to this guy. And guess what? Power's about to go offline, and it's about to get real ugly. Okay. Great. Listen, what are you going to do about that? If everything fails here, Max, you'll never get power restarted. You better cut some of this off for a minute. There. What's this going to do? Okay, so that'll at least keep the coal running, because stopping all this is bad. But if all the coal stops running, I'll never get it rebooted, right? So I got to do that temporarily, because this is all running on coal. So we do have coal here, and I don't think I'm going to use it for anything. So maybe I should have, this build here. This is coal. This is coal 3. Just kind of let you show here, right? And here's in the speed run folder. I think this is coal 3. Yeah. So coal 3 is coal 3 and coal 4 in the speed run blueprints. That's what this is up here. That being said, we got to use this coal. We got to use every ounce of coal we can get here, right? So, yeesh. I did put that over a bridge when I built it for a reason. So maybe we try and put something in here now. You'll never get anything that big in there, Max. Holy smokes. That whole belt's going to be a mess. Yup, I agree. Well, you know what? Let's not worry about that one. Let's do this one up here, because this one's not surrounded by anything, and then we'll figure that one out later. Okay. Maybe winter's going the other end. You know what? I've been saying that for some time though, dude. Winter is not being winter anymore. Winter seems to be like 2 months behind schedule. Well, it's not just winter. All the seasons seem to be 2 months behind nowadays, right? Um, so it's almost like the winter we're getting in March is supposed to be what we get in January, and then the weather we get in like May is what you're supposed to get in March, and then what you get and then like it's like the August weather is like what you're supposed to be getting in like early July weather. It's really weird, and it has been for like I don't know. It has been for a little while now, and it's like okay, that's really weird. But I mean, what do not much you can do about it. Besides sit there and complain like a bunch of old people. I mean, I can do that. I am perfectly fine acting old and complaining about it. I'm all good about that. Okay, let's get this around here. Yes, get in there. Reach that 7. There you go. So where are you going to put all these generators at? Well, I mean, we can stick them up here. All right. Sure. Okay. Do that. And then do this one. Listen, just maybe we'll run to there. Lonnie, what's up? All another day in paradise, dude. Another day. I can't say that. December was like February, and that's something. Well, it is. It just is what it is, right? It's just. I don't know. It's just been the last several years have been really weird here. It just seems like everything is 2 months behind schedule. This cold and snow that we're supposed to get this week. This is something that I would have seen in like the third week of December 20 years ago, right? But now it's like the last week of February that I'm getting it. So it just seems really weird. It's just really weird. But no surprise. I mean, it's pretty weird overall. So anyway, it's just kind of weird. Let's do 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, and then 1. There we go. Where's my next contestants? Comes up to there, and then we'll go this way. 3, 2, 1. Sure. 3, 2, 1. We're about to get over a sphere line, right? Gee, we just dealt with that. Dude. Oh, sphere lines, gee whiz, drives you crazy. It's funny how like Plan B, Dyson Sphere Program, all these all these games, they all have the same issue: sphere lines and how they don't line up. It drives you crazy. It's perfectly fine. It's just it's one of them entertainment sites. Okay, there we go. Is it still surprise me that some people deny climate change? Nope, it doesn't surprise me at all. That's the same as like my father. I don't believe my father ever graduated high school, right? Okay, and he was a truck driver for no, I can't fit them in there. That's not good. What are you gonna do about that, Max? Ooh, this is not good. Okay, let's fix this. But I mean, you know what? The man is pretty smart, right? And he knows things like, smog and, viruses. Like the man, like we all know what polio is, right? Iron lungs. A lot of people wouldn't know what that stuff is today, but we know all that stuff, and it's funny to see such deniers. It's like talking to flat earthers. It's like you can't be serious. You just can't be serious, right? Like, give me a break. Where am I going to fit these 3 things in, Max? Can I fit the 3 of them in here? No. You can fit the 3 of them in there, but that's about as low as you're going to get, Max. Yeah. So it's a hard thing, right? Um, Now, I hate to say it, I'm not going to be around to see it. But that being said, that doesn't mean person shouldn't care about it. Because whoever is around, I want them to invent the science to bring me back. Right? I need them to stay around long enough so they can like put me in a sleep pod, and then I can be just like on Futurama, and then I get to come back, and then I can say, "Gee, I got like $8 gazillion in my bank account from all the interest," and then or something like that. And that's what I want, right? So yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. I don't know if I can get this in here, dude. I don't. No, see, I can't get that in there. That stinks. What are you gonna do about that? Well, I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Because we need this coal. I mean, that's a given. So, yeesh. All right. Let's try this maneuver. Okay. Are you telling me that's not going to fit in there because of what? What lame excuse are you giving me? None. That's what. All right. So if we do that, we'll try and fit this in there. It is. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. The Gulf Stream is changing. Well, and that's true where I live. I mean, the Gulf Stream is just off the coast, right? And they say it moves about between 6 and 12 inches towards me every year. So, I mean, that was like when I was in high school, which was a while ago. So it's yeah. I mean, okay. So it's only moved maybe 25 feet closer to me since that, but you know, it's getting closer all the time. It's not going to take much more, right? Computers and spheres. The Gulf Stream is changing. Yeah, all the changes. Yeah, it's just crazy. It's just going to be crazy. In turn, results of stronger storms. Yep, I know that. Because yeah, the other trick here, of course, is that I'm seeing a lot more. Well, we're getting more hurricane or tropical storms here than ever, right? I will say that. I mean, it was always pretty rare to get to get a storm up here, like maybe once every 40 years, and if you got lucky, it was a level one. And now, like you can usually get a hurricane here like once every 10 years, and you get like you can have up to 3 tropical storms a year here now, so that's pretty crazy. Uh, of course, anybody that's seen my posts on that on my Discord and stuff, of course, sees all my maps that I'm posting all the time when them storms are coming through. Let me see. Wrong button, Max. Push the right button. There you go. Okay, so that's one. That's two. You're not going to fit that there. That's three. Okay, sure. That's one. That's two. It seems like it's an awful far away. Nope. Go away. Come on, dudes. I mean, let's get this done. There we go. Gee whiz. You'd think we were like on vacation here or something. First of all, you got to bring this up and around because we're going to have to take this somewhere. Well, we're not taking it there. I'll tell you right now. What's going? Look, give me this. Oh wow, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. Listen, guys, can we please can we please have this like what is? Never mind. I'm not even going to ask. All right. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got to take that up to about this line here and start dragging it along. Sure. Okay. Okay. Do that. Do this. Because I can't fit them in here, gosh darn it. And that really bums me out. Because it would be great if I could. Well, according to that, you can. Can I? Really? Okay. Oh, I mean, if I can get them in here, I'll definitely do it. All right. Because I'd rather have them in here, right? This saves me a lot of hassle. Okay. because space is premium, right? We're not allowed to use foundations, so I got to try and get all this stuff in here. So that's 1, 2, 3. That's 1, 2, 3. All right. So then you got to start dragging this stuff out. Okay. And go up here a little bit. And then this one's going to come up here like that. There we go. I may be wrong. Not an environmentalist. What? I thought you were like master of the universe or something. That's I don't know what you're talking about there, dude. You're blowing up my whole perception of you. That's not good. Okay. Oh, you were going for belt. Yep. I mean, I was sure. Like, I was talking literally to the genius of science everywhere here. But anyway, maybe that was just a misinterpretation. Listen, what are you guys doing? Why aren't you working? Wait a minute. Why aren't you bubbling? Why aren't you doing the bubbly thing? Because you got no science. Why don't you have science? What's wrong with this? What's wrong with this sorter? Why is this sorter not working all of a sudden? Okay. Is this something I got to watch for? Did it not connect correctly or what? Okay, something must have happened to that sorter. I'm going to have to check that when I'll have to check that later, right? Gee whiz. Sure. Anyway, here we are at the mall. How about you pick up some of this belt? There we go. What do you got going on there? Not too much. Everything looks good. All right, cool. Well, we don't need those right away. You could use those. We don't need any of those. These are all good. We come back for those. All right, very good. Carry on. Just logic. Oh, logic. Wow. I don't think people have that anymore. that's you're pushing an awful lot of luck there. Logic. What do you think we are, Spock? Come on. Logic. All right, whatever. Flip that around. So that's going to have to go there. 1, 2, 3. Sure. And then 1, 2, 3. Okay. This guy's going to try and... Are you going to try and sneak them in here? I mean, sure, if I can. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, and then... Well, you're not going to be able to pull that one off there, but you can probably pull it off here. All right. So this will come out here, and then has to do a crazy... Look at the jankiness on that thing. Okay. Sure, that's fine. It's perfectly fine. That's not going to break down at all. I mean, this is all right. Okay. Something tells me that's not going to take three sorters, but I mean, well, I guess we'll just have to stick 2 in there and see what happens. Or 1, because that's the jankiest line ever. Okay, well, it is what it is. You can't make things happen, people. You can't make things happen. The warmer water travels higher in the water column, and the colder water travels deeper down. The oceans react similarly to air. Well, that's true. But I have missed out on some of that conversation. So, pretty sure there's like a circulating effect there, but don't hold me to it. Again, I'm not catching all the chat, right? So I'm probably missing some of that. While I'm pulling all my hair out on these crazy belt lines I got to try and make. Because someone thought it was a good idea to put coal up here. Sheesh. Come on, dude. Take this and like it. There we go. Okay, do that. Do this. Clean this line up. And of course, we have to clean stuff up here because when I go to blueprint it, messy lines means messy things. Okay. Okay. Pressed water. Except poles give a computer on pressed water. It charges chemical balance. Okay, now you guys are really, really out there. Okay, I told you. Don't get me wrong. I'm a smart guy. I'm a pretty smart guy. But holy smokes, now you guys are just like you're out sciencing me. Fire up, dude. Okay, you guys aren't gonna work without poles? Really? Darn it. I was kind of hoping not to do this, guys. There we go. That's too bad. Your jump start didn't work there, Max. Try again. Well, it would have worked, except that you didn't realize these didn't have power poles. So, all right, one more time. Jump start it. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Come on. Really? I need another power pole here. All right. For the jinky line, this is perfectly fine. This is fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Okay, you're firing up. You're firing up. All the good things. Yes. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Excellent. You're not. What's happened there? You forgot some sorters. All right. Okay, cool. Salt water. True. It has a lot of salt. No, it doesn't stop it from flowing. In fact, undercurrents are definitely a thing. I know about those. Okay, so now you need to make sure that this gets hooked into the grid, so we can go turn on that science, dude. I mean, yes, you have some cubes saved up, but that's not helping you. Okay, cool. Do that, do that, do that. Okay, boom. All right, so that is helping us with the power problem, and now we should be able to turn on the science problem. Okay, please tell me that blue is just full. Okay, blue is just full. All right, that's fine. Okay. Where did you take the power poles from? Here? Well, it must be, Max. So put that back in. Boom. Where are we for the power? Looks good. 165, 79, 80. Now I got to wait for everything to fire back up, right? Because, of course, everything gets ugly here in a minute. Wow, your timing is impeccable, Max. Look at that. I mean, the yellow science was just about to run out when you turn the power back on. And that was me being sloppy. All right. Well, that's good. Listen, guys, how much oil has that gone through? Wow, that's gone through a lot of oil. Well, that's because you haven't got this all done yet. Well, that's true. Let's see if we can't help it out a little bit, though, just to keep it going a little bit longer. Sure. When you put a power pole like right in the way where you need the thing. Well, of course, I've done that lots of times. I always put stuff right in my way because if I didn't, it wouldn't be in the way. And then if it wasn't in the way, it would work fine, right? So there, see, look at that. But that's fine. You just moved it out of the way, and that's all good. Okay, there we go. Let's go, guys. Excellent. Now, we got to take some stuff back to the ice planet. Because with yellow science now working, we do need to get, you're making me the carbon fiber and the fiber of the things. Yes, very good. That's right. Oh, I'm about to run out of energy, am I? Oh, that's not good. How about you land here and put some energy in here, would you? 1, 2, 3, 4. Boop. There you go. And then here, take a little extra along, just so as you have it. We'll take that to the other planet with us. No, you can't take that much, goof. You got to take some stuff with you, like smelters and things. Okay. Okay. More fresh water equals changes in chemicals in the ocean, plants, and animals. That's true. I know that. Because that is one of the largest concerns is that that the amount of fresh water is going to change the saltwater consistency component. I remember reading that somewhere. But I can't. But unlike you scientific guys, I going. This is why we see stronger storms. But I mean, you guys are literally just way over my head now. Well, maybe not, but You're over my head while I'm trying to play a game. All right, so let's see. You're doing sciencey things. You need some of these. Yes. Take at least 100. Take at least 100 of these. And you've got belt. Get rid of the 13 oil in your inventory. That's not going to help you any. You think that 6 plastic's going to go anywhere with you? Nope. That's 6 water. How does one pick up like all these little odds and ends? I wasn't doing anything with this stuff. Okay. Look, like, where did that come from? Go away. There you go. So now we're gonna move on down here, do all the stuff into things. Now can we go to the other planet? Sure. Do you have all the stuff? Yes. Oh, good timing. It's circled back around. It is on the other side of the planet, but it is here. It's close by, so we can go over there. Okay. Let's do that. You know what you should be doing? Before we leave, let's do this. Okay. We do that. This, that. All right. And then that's going to come out here into a box eventually. And then what are you going to do? Well, we're going to take this box and I'm going to do this maneuver with it. Yep. Because we're not dragging it around anymore. Nope. Do that. You know what? That's way too much work. Yep. Do that for a second, and then do this. Boom, boom. All the things. Okay, you got to get in the air here somewhere. Okay. Yes, you do, or do you? Well, I mean, if you're in the air like you just don't care, it makes this a little bit easier to get down into. All right, well, then let's do it that way. Let's see if we can't come down off of this. Yes. There we go. Now, this is where I'm going to take all... Nope. You know what? You can't take that out of there, dude. All right, we'll put that back and do this. Boom, boom, boom. There. So green will now flow over on there, and it will do that permanently for the rest of our glory days. And then that will handle that. All right. So I don't even have to watch this anymore. It should just work. 1, 2, 3. There we go. I do want to see what happens when they mix. I mean, I know what happens when you mix the items, right? So like if you mix... Like if you have a Mark 1 proliferation item and you put that into a machine and then it gets Mark 2, you'll see the little arrows on here. But I don't know what actually happens in the proliferators themselves. Are they going to be like really ugly with me or what? Like, are they like, no, we refuse to accept that until such time as you know, all good in the neighborhood? All right, so see what happens here now. So, 595, making yellow science. Okay. 590, 560. All right. So what it does, it will just sit here until they run out. All right. Well, that's cool to know, right? So these will just keep working, but they just use what's left inside of them, and then they actually go ahead and they spray something else. All right. Cool. Yeah. Well. Human race. What can I tell you? Now, I will say one thing about the human race. Usually when the chips are down is when we come back on top, right? Now, am I counting on that? No. But I will say that many a time, you know, people have managed to pull off a few surprising things because when the pressure's on, well... Like for example, look at them big carbon capture machines that they have out in Alberta, and I think it's out in Alberta and Saskatchewan where they're testing those, where it actually just sucks the carbon dioxide right out of the air. Those are pretty crazy things, right? Oh, no. So Gregory now gets in there at the thermal lane. It's not just the here that runs the currents. Yeah, look at that. Wow. All right. Yeah, way too much brain power going on here today. Okay, yes, this is working as intended. All right, let's go to the other planet because it's getting away on me. Oh, it's actually like right across from me now. It's right there. Look at that. That's awesome. Perfect. Yep, take off, dude. Take off, eh? Yep, just zip right on over here. Okay, so now we can do a couple of things. One, I would like to be able to change this. I think these are going to become these. Yes, I think so. Yep, and then do that. Yep, do all the things. Right, y'all got little tubes on you? Good. That takes care of that. I don't know why I haven't hooked these up with power yet, but let's do that. So as they stop all the flashing. You haven't gotten anywheres out of this. All right. That's because you need all that hydrogen. You need all that hydrogen for Casimir crystals. You know, the stuff that you're really going to hate here soon. Right. I remember something about that. You also have to now make another power plant. That's what this is all about. No, that is for these guys. Don't you dare touch that. That is not for power, mister. You went through the pain of moving that power plant on the last episode. All right. Let's see then. Well, you got to take some of that out of your inventory, dude. Or you have no room for it. Get rid of that. That's not happening. Boop. Okay, and get rid of that. Okay, why do you have 202 triangles on you? I don't know. Can you put them anywhere? No. Okay. 202. Yeah, well then delete them. There we go. So that's spinning. This is spinning. You already have the belt going down there for that. So I guess we hook up the fire ice to this, and then what else are you looking for? Did I not copy that? All right. Yep. Yes, you did. It just didn't reach. You're good. So right, that's going to split. Okay, let's hook this all up and see what happens. Okay. Who wants what lane? Well, one lane has to go in. The rest come out, dude. The inside lane is that one and that one and this one. Yep. So what do you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoosh. Let's hope that two machines per unit is enough to make this work, right? If not, this is going to get messy really fast. All right. Okay, do that. Do this. And you know what? I hate that setup. Let's do it this way. I don't like all that belt dragging. Again, doesn't matter when you're not speed running, but on a speed run, you're not going to want to be dragging that belt all over the place. So let's do it this way. This comes out here by that, and then does this. So that would be 1. Yeah, this makes much more sense. I am much more sensible on this one. All right, so then this would be 2. Like that, and then the third one would be here. See, that makes a lot more sense, Max. Look at that. You go, boy. All right, there we go. Done. Poor Canada, where I live. Right? One of the concerns gets out of the whack. The current could stop, and that means Europe will get much colder. Yeah, it'll become like me, except I will get a lot warmer. I'm waiting for Disney World to open up their new park here any week now. It's going to be awesome. And then I can go on roller coasters and things. I'm looking forward to it. All right, let's plug this in. Let's see some really cool stuff happen. And let's see where we are with the power once this starts to eat into everything. All right, so we got the really cool light bluish liquid happening here. That's right, spit that out, guys. All right. You forgot to put the power poles down here. It's going to get ugly. Okay. We'll do that. There we go. Power poles are now in. You're collecting that. You are doing that. Looks good. Okay. What are you doing? You are copper veins. Oh, you're going that way, dude. I don't got to worry about you. Cool. Listen, you got to put at least a couple more tanks on these guys. And then, you got to get these guys going out. Okay, there we go. And then these guys here, they're coming out. Excellent. Sure. Let's grab some titanium. That's, why are these guys staring at me funny? Why are you staring at, because you're not getting your titanium yet. Why not? Because you haven't plugged it in yet, Max. Well, that's why. Sure. I mean, that's a good excuse, but whatever. All right, here we go. And I think that I've got this in here because half of this has got to go the other way eventually. All right, that's fine. I'm a little concerned about the output on that. I was kind of hoping that would be a faster output than that. I'm surprised to see. I thought 3 would do it. I mean, that's not a big deal. You know, I mean, we'll just let the machines run dry, I guess. Do that for a while. Are you now doing things? Yes, you are. You got a globe spinning. Well, I like that. What are you doing? Your globe is like spinning bluish black liquid. All right, well, that's pretty cool. All right. Listen, you got to put a box down for this stuff, dude. This is your upcoming science happening. It's also the things you need to make all the cool spaceships and stuff happen. So you need some of this to work. Okay, cool. There you go. In fact, we should have a look at some of them cool spaceships, Max. Okay. Listen, give me spaceships. Give me towers first. Where are the towers at? Buildings. Go to buildings. Towers. Purple people eaters. I knew that was going to be a thing sooner or later, dude. You knew that was going to be a thing. The purple people eaters. All right, well, then that's really where I should be focused on, right? Purple people eaters. Where are they at? There they are. There are 2 motors, 2 of those, and 2 of those, and I don't think you can make them here. No, I have to. Ugh. Well, okay, that's fine. They don't have to be made here. But you do have to grab a bunch of these and take them with you then. All right. Are you guys doing stuff in boxes? Yes. Wow, these are actually working really good. Much better than expected. I mean, don't get wrong. I'm really happy about that. Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad you're happy about it. Because we gotta go make some purple people eaters, and you need to go back to the other planet now and do that. All right. Very good. All the things, all the stuff. All right. And let's get ready for the jump. Excellent. What do we got? Well, it's going to be 80 degrees Fahrenheit tomorrow. Wow, it's going to be in the high. Well, okay, that's like 80 degrees Fahrenheit. That's almost 28 degrees Celsius. That's pretty warm. 27 degrees Celsius, I think. 59 Fahrenheit in northern Arkansas right now. Well, I mean, okay, so that's like what? 59, 60. That's close to like between 9, let's say 9, 10 degrees Celsius. 59 is. The 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Really? Is it going to be 80 Fahrenheit in Tennessee? That's pretty crazy. Yeah, 50 is, well, I know between 50 and 60 is kind of like between 10 and 14 or something like that. I'm pretty sure 80 was like 27 degrees. I mean, maybe I'm thinking a little higher, right? Maybe a little so. Maybe I'm thinking about 85 degrees. Now, you got to remember, it's been a few years since I've been. So, just as a little backstory for those who don't know, I might live here in Canada, but I love Disney World. I got a bad addiction. I mean, I used to go to Disney World all the time, right? The only issue with that is that in the past few years, of course, there's been issues about going to Disney World. You know, pandemics and things. So with that, of course, I haven't been able to get to Disney World, but I used to be able to think of I used to convert numbers in my head all the time between the two, but yeah, 26.6, right? Yeah, I was pretty close, right? I was only like zero point 0.4 off. I was pretty sure it was like 27 degrees. Man, I'm freaking awesome. I still haven't. Well, okay, I've lost some of my touch, but not all my touch, right? I was gonna say. So you know when I would go down, right? You know, I would leave here and then drive down because I would drive the 2,000 miles down, right? Because I'm crazy. I don't like to fly, so I drive. And so I drive down, and of course, as soon as you cross the Canadian-U.S. border, my brain would just automatically switch into you know, English mode from metric mode and vice versa. It's kind of weird, right? Anyway, yeah, mid-20s is normal here for normal summertime stuff. In fact, if we were looking at averages, you know, I think it's like the average, like the whole year average, I think it's something like 15 degrees here, right? And that includes winter if you're talking about averages and stuff. Okay, listen, dude, you gotta go home. You gotta fly back to this planet. You gotta, yeah, do that, jump things. Time is running out, and you do have to end the stream here relatively soon. And I would like to have a couple of towers built. I'd like to at least get one tower built before ending the stream, right? Because I want to test to see just how much, like, yes, I'll try to automate a few towers and make them build, but I would like to try and I want to try and at least see what it's going to take to make that happen. Like, I'm not going to make towers as part of my mall, right? It's not worth the time. First of all, trying to set up towers as part of the mall, like to get the extra lines and stuff in here, forget it. It's just not worth it. So I'm going to do this the old-fashioned way. Basically, we do this. I just need a place to do this. It has to be a decent spot. Actually, down here might actually be really good right here. Let's do it here. So basically, boom. I'll set this up for 3. No, you know what? Set it up for 4. Okay. What about the other side? You're going to do 4 on this. You know what? Let's just set this up for 4 right now. So 1, 2, and then 2 on this side. 3, 4, and then one side comes out for a box. Okay, so basically these assemblers here are going to be my general purpose assemblers. So when I need to make something that isn't normal, is that a thing? Listen, I need 4 little boxes. Can I have 25 little boxes? Thanks. So what we want to do here is please fit 3. Yes, perfect. Nice. So basically what we do here is for the stuff that we're just going to like need like a dozen of or something like that, like I'm not towering the whole world, right? I only need like, you know, not more than 10 towers for this whole game. So doing stuff like that, that's when you shove stuff into a box like this, right? And then you say, hey, you know what? I don't want to be making this stuff. I do that. And then you come up here and we're going to grab a little copper. And I'm going to grab a few of these motors, right? That's why you have a box of them. And then we come up here, grab a little copper. Hey guys, listen, I need some copper. Yeah, I know. Okay, there we go. We grab some copper and then we throw them down here into a dish and a dish. What's wrong with my blue science? What's going on here with blue science? What's going on with red science? What's going on with all the sciences, guys? Guys? Oh, okay, that was going to happen. That was going to happen. So I should explain that. Listen, go finish this. Go do what you were about to do, and then you can explain to the people what happened there. All right, that's fine. Okay, cool. Listen, throw some copper in there. Excellent. Throw them motors in there. Excellent. Now, take one of these. Take the end one. There you go. And buildings, tower. Yes, you do need this tower. But you need the purple people eaters. Right. Items, purple people eaters. That's the first thing you need out of this. So you need to do that. Okay. And then set this up. Luckily, I only had to set this up the one time, and then once that's done, then I can just use this over and over again, right? Do that, and then do this, and then this is in, and this is in, that is in, that is in, and this is out. All right. Give this stuff some power, Max. All right. 2, 3. Yep, there we go. Come on, let's have the power. Show me the power. There you go. Okay. You're doing the things, right? Yes, you are. Excellent. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. And then you're going to spit them out into a box, right? Yes, that's exactly what we want. Excellent. So obviously we need some purple people eaters. So that's going to pop into a box, and then I convert these. Then I just take these out of the box. I put it into the box. Now, what happened to my red science? Well, first of all, this is not set up globally to handle this much hydrogen, but I've been stashing hydrogen up. So you can see here, hey, look at this. I got a party of hydrogen here. Yeah, all right. You're going to take it and hook it into the science? Sure am. Okay. Then come on over here. When you know there's a power pole in the way. Did you plan that, Max? No. Not really. Okay. Well, you gotta get down and under this power pole. I know that. Yeah, and then you gotta do that. You gotta do that, and you gotta do that. There you go. Look at that. You made it work. You made it work. All right. It's only a day or two, like a spike, similar way. Yes. Well, I mean, that's what's happening here next week, except it's going to be for like 8 days, and everybody's freaking out because it's a lot of 8 days is a lot of days. Listen, the other thing you have to do here as part of your notes, and this doesn't really matter right now, but is you do have to upgrade all these to go faster. Right now, these will only do 50 a minute, and you need these to go faster. Okay. Same here, guys. Faster things. All right. Excellent. I mean, you all look like you're going pretty fast here. But I'll push the buttons into things here. Yeah, blue's all backed up, and that's fine. That should be. All right. So with that, let's see what we got up on and accomplished today. Except for you forgot to bring titanium home, didn't you? Yep. But that's because I'd like to get a tower done. Can we make two can we make I think I need a tower, right? I need a tower, I need steel. You need the other stuff, dude. Listen, what are you missing? Nothing. You need to unclog the line, you goof. Yep. Just a second. Yep. Yeah, pull that in there, would you? Okay, so you're gonna make this tower. Go back here for a minute. Okay. To make the tower, you need let's see, 40 steel, 40 chips. You forgot those on the other planet. All right, well, we'll go get those. We're making the purple people eaters now. And then we got purple people eaters here too. So you need at least 20, 40. You need 20, 40, 60, 80. 80 purple people eaters. You got to get at least 80 chips and some titanium. All right. Well, let's go back to the other planet. We'll grab that. Oh, when you know it's on the far side. Okay. Well, you can't have it on the near side all the time, Max. I mean, you got to fly around a little bit. Max, sounds like our usual February, right? Wait. Well, I mean, it used to. That's the way it used to be. But like I said, I mean, it's been getting quirkier every year, and this year's really quirky. It's been pretty quirky here, that's for sure. All right. So take off. Yep. Dude, you're out of gas. That's not good. Please tell me you're not out of gas. All right, you're not out of gas. You need a little gas recharge time. Okay. You could have grabbed some of that fire ice and try and gas up with that. It's not super best, but it's better than nothing. That's really unfortunate. Why aren't you working better? 10,000. There's only 10,000 left? No. Well, okay. So it's important to note that I've got 12 hours on this file. Obviously, in a speed run, the speed run would have been finished 4 hours ago, right? 4 or 5 hours ago. So these running out is unfortunate, but it is what it is. These would not have time to run out before the speed run would be over. That being said, it is now where I'm going to have to start practicing the yellow science phase of the speed run. So we already did a stage 1 speed run test with red and blue science. So now I'm going to have to actually prep and start practicing for the yellow portion of the speed run test, because obviously I won't be able to keep building towards purple and have this kind of stuff run out, right? That's just a bad thing. That's a bad thing. Okay, let me fix this up. We need a little titanium, dude. You can fly around here all day, all you want, but you got to get a little titanium. You got to get some processors. Yep. Clean this up. Grab yourself some titanium. Okay. Grab yourself some processors. They're down here. Okay. How's the rest of this stuff doing? It all looks pretty good, actually. Okay, little processor action going on. Here we go. Boom. Let's leave one in reserve. That should be more than enough. All right. Now we'll fly back and steel and titanium. You should have set up titanium before you left, but anyway. No, you couldn't do titanium before you left because, duh. No, dude. Oh, darn it. We're out of gas again. All right, well, hold up a minute. We'll let it charge up. Oh, you know what? Use your silly towers, you goof. This is why you make this stuff, Max. You make this stuff so you can do things like this. Okay, land. Yeah, go stand in here and look good, would you? There you go. Look at that. That's how that's supposed to work. All right. Weekends are made for resting. Weather takes weekends very seriously. Well, that's true. Yep. And let me tell you, I hate it when the weather doesn't cooperate for the weekend. Because, I mean, time is tight, right? It gets tricky. I mean, and whenever your weekend is, like, I mean, not everybody's weekend is Saturday or Sunday or whatever your days off are, but it's always tricky when the weather doesn't cooperate, because that makes it so painful. Dude, why are we having a hard time taking off? Yeah, so painful. Yeah, push all the buttons. There you go. Look at that. See? It's because the planet's so far away this time. So yeah, like, I feel for anybody out there that's trying to get something done on their day off, and it's like, oh man, the weather's just not cooperating. It stinks, blah, 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 all the things. So yeah, I got the feels for you. So listen, you got the acid. Okay, you need to switch these. This. Okay, yep. Do that, and that. All right. So here's our acid. You need titanium. You also need. You want to try and do that here? All right. That's not going to do it. Do you got enough of these? Yep, that'll do. Excellent. It's, yeah. Well, doing it here is fine. It's not going to hurt anything. Well, except for the fact that there's very little land room here. But you know what? I guess it doesn't really matter because it doesn't matter where I build this. This is not. I don't need this for science. I just need this to get what I need, right? If that makes any sense. I just need to get what I need and get out of here, people. I don't care about feelings. I just need what I need. Give me what I need and I can get out of here. Sure. All right. So you can put a box there. And you can put a box there. Okay. Sure. And then you're going to do this. And then do that and this. This one can go here like that. This one is already here. Congratulations. And then this will be the outbound for our little treasure. All right. Very good. Do that. And all the magical things. You need to be, we will do this. Yes. Right? Yes. Okay, you can do that. You can do this, and then this, and that. So you can be the titanium. Congratulations. Maybe not all the titanium, just some of the titanium. I'm going to hold on to a few of it. You also need steel. Okay, well, let's go get that. Here, store your chips in here for a minute. You've got 113 and counting. What are we running out of? You ran out of nothing. It's still making them. All right, cool. So if we come up here, let's see. Yeah, see, this is going to get ugly, right? I'm gonna have to do a practice speed. I'm gonna have to do a practice yellow speed run because this stuff shouldn't be running out. Like I said, we're already 12 hours into this file. We would have finished the speed run like 4 or 5 hours ago. This would not be a thing, but it's a thing because I'm building stuff. I'm not speed running it, right? So I'm going to have to speed run this portion to fix the map. I mean, that's fine. It just makes things a little bit out of quirkiness. This is why a lot of people will do it in sandbox mode, but I didn't want to do it in sandbox mode. I wanted to have the real feel of the real map as I was working it to see where the gotchas were going to be. And stuff like this is important, right? So you came up here for a reason, Max. Sure. I mean, you did. Oh, titanium. Yes, steel. You came up here for the steel, dude. Yes, you did. Where did you put the steel? It's over here. Cool. Look at that. And you've got boxes of it. I know, right? I did kind of think sometimes a little bit. There we go. Look at that. Listen, in fact, you can even grab a little bit more of that steel and drag it along down here with you. Steel, again, is another one of those things you don't need a lot of for doing a speed run because, again, it's very limited as to what's using what. There you go. Look at that. Now, you gotta set the rest of these up here, dude. All right. That's going in. That's going in. These are going in. And then these are coming out. Now, I will say putting this here does have an advantage because titanium has to be flown in here anyway, I can always borrow a little extra titanium from the tower I'm about to put down there on the end and shove it into this box if I need to. So that is kind of a nice deal. That's for sure. So let's make that happen. Yep, all the pretty pictures, dude. All the pretty pictures make this a thing. Excellent. You're gonna make that powered up? You bet. Go gadget boxes. There you go. Why is that box off? Put that box back in there. Okay. And this should give me my steel that I'm looking for. Yes, excellent. So how much of that do you need, Max? To make one of these, well, you don't need any for that, but you do need for this. You need 80 of those. We got the circuit boards. You're holding on to the extra titanium, right? 40, 80, 120, 160. All right, that's fine. Yep. So you got some extra titanium on you. We got a whole box of steel up there. I'm not worried about that. So I can grab the steel in a second. I need 80 of those things to put the tower in, or to make the towers, and then we'll wrap this one up. Yeah, we're at 64, dude. You know you haven't got enough to make a spaceship yet, right? Ah, darn it. Don't remind me of silly things. Okay. Well, yeah, but you're not going to get off the ground. You don't have the spaceship. Okay. Darn it. Well, that's titanium and 2 engines. 2 engines is titanium and 5 motors. Okay, well, that's fine. And I only need like 2 spaceships right now. So that's 4 engines. That just means a little more titanium. That's nothing. That's perfectly fine. Don't forget you'll need the logistics ships. That's true, right? Yes, never mind. Yeah, I know. So let's actually craft 4 engines. No, you gotta go. This is and again, I'll have to update my notes here as to where I'm going to slick this into the whole run, right? I mean, this is why you have a box of motors here, Max. You made these box of motors for this specific purpose. Listen, I just need 4 of these, and then we'll have titanium. We get the 4 motors. How long does that take? Oh, they're almost done. Listen, where's all them processors you just put down? I think they're back here, right? You put them in this box, right? Yes. Do that. So 2 ships. Just 2 for now. Thank you. Do that. Go pick up your extra titanium that's now coming out of this box. Boom. Like that. Pick up your purple people eaters. Sure. Do that. Now, can you make me, nope, we're missing the steel part. Okay. And the steel is right up here. Boop. There we go. A couple of hundred of those. Let's make 400. I shouldn't need 400. So I need 2 of you, and then I need 2 of these. Okay, no. Dude, you don't need to do that. Just finish making those. 15 seconds. Gee whiz. You almost think I was like, yeah, now make me one of those. And as soon as the other one pops out, we'll add a second one to it. You got your 2 spaceships, right? Yep. Now the logistics bots, the smaller logistics bots, I'm not too worried about those right away because belts will work fine. I'm not too worried about having stuff flying all over the place. I'm just worried about getting transfer between the 2 planets, right? So that's kind of the big picture here. Listen, you're flying all over the place here, dude. You should fly down here and put this tower down. You know, the thing that you just made, interplanetary logistics. Yeah, that is what you need. You know what I want. You know what I need. Yeah, I need that. Boom. And you need to put that in there. All the things, all the stuff, all the things, and put the landing gear down. Now, first things first, we need this coming back to the planet. Remote demand. I'm just going to cut this off so as these guys don't lose their mind, right? And then you're going to need these. And then, of course, you're going to need these. That is the first three things I know I need. All right. Do that. All right. And now, just to kind of have one line done. Hey, guys, what's up? Listen, I'm just going to plug that right in there if you don't mind. Let's go to the other planet and put the other one down. All right. And then hopefully something will happen. Do you got a full charge for this, dude? I don't know. Where are we going? I don't know. You didn't mark the planet, did you? Nope. I'm going to be in trouble. Okay, well, listen. Push this thing. It's right behind you, dude. Look. Look behind you. Look, it's right there. Whoosh. That's close. Okay. And where's the stuff? Really? You had to put me on the far side of the planet, did you? Cool. All right. Listen, just fly over here, put your tower down, and be happy, would you? There's titanium. You bet. All right. I land here. Boom. Now, is this where I want to put this? Well, you know what? For this demonstrational purpose, we will just put the tower. What are you talking about? Why didn't you? Yeah. Okay. Well, make me a tower. You were supposed to make that 20 seconds ago, guys. I thought I'd pushed the button on that, but I guess I didn't. All right, let's get this tower down, and then we'll call that one an episode. And then, of course, we're going to do a quick review of all the things we've got ready to go. But by the looks of it, we definitely got to practice the yellow science part of the speed run now. So let's get this down, and we'll get the titanium going into it. In fact, you know what? Ugh, I'm going to hate myself, but okay. Yep. The other two things you need, Max, are down here. So why would you put that tower up there if you need that tower down here? Well, that's true. So if that's the case, dude, you should put that tower down here. All right. Okay. Okay. Put that there. That's terrible placement. And you're saying why? Well, I had it too close to this here. This has 9 inputs, right? 12 inputs. So we obviously are going to want to take advantage of all the inputs. So before you get too excited here, Max, take your one spaceship, put that in there. So that's going to be titanium. That's going to be that. That's going to be that. We're going to supply these by belt. And then you're going to, I don't know, do something like that. So these things aren't running all day. Sure. Do that. Okay. There we go. And Mr. Spaceship actually will lose his mind here pretty soon. So, okay. I want all 3 of these to do a thing now. Sure. I need that to go out of the way, and let's put in 3 lines of things. 1. Okay, put that there. Put you right here. And for now, I'll just take these 3 lines like this. Like that. And we'll plug that into that one. There we go. Done and done. Minimum load was set to 10%, was it? Yeah, it was set to 10%, but didn't I jack them both up to 100? I thought I did. I mean, I'll check it here in a second, right? Okay. Listen, you got to go up and over this, dude. Okay. Okay, do that. Come down here, do this. You know what? These ones can just run straight over, dude. Yeah, like that. In fact, if you do this, and then you do this little maneuver, and then you can go straight down into that thing. Look at that. You can just forget all that phony baloney right there altogether. So go do this, do that, and then up and over. Oh, interstellar logistics. Boom. There it is. There it is. Oh, who put these power poles in the way? Don't answer that. Okay. Look, I know who put them in the way. We just don't need to answer for it right now. Hey, look, what you doing, guys? Not much. Look, I'm glad you came by to pick up the stuff. I'm assuming you're picking up titanium, right? Oh, I didn't do either. Oh, that's maximum load of drones. Maximum load of vessels. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not using drones. The vessels are at 100% anyway, so that's fine. Okay, that is great. So let's do a quick review here before we wrap things up. So, as part of Yellow Science, of course, we've got all the graphene happening, right? Yes, we do. And then, of course, over here we've got carbon nanotubes being made. You betcha. And then. Of course, we took that titanium and we went home, and we're going to do that now. We do have hydrogen storing up in the tanks, right? I am going to have to hook this hydrogen up into this. It will be the fourth thing that has to go back to the planet, because Casimir crystals are going to have to happen, which are being researched right now. Casimir crystals, of course, they're hydrogen hogs, right? You need 12 hydrogen for one crystal. These things are deadly. I mean, they're terrible. So that's got to happen. Listen, where are we going? Right there. Okay. While you're standing here wasting all the gas. All right. Okay. Yep. There we go. So then we'll fly back here. We'll have a look at our plastics. We'll have a look at our organic crystal, all the things. I would go faster, but you haven't got no gas left. So it's a little slower. Yeah, it's okay. I do that all the time, right? Don't forget the power of the tower. True. I will probably have to put that as some of my notes somewheres. So, hey guys, listen. Titanium, right, guys? That's what this is missing? Yes. I didn't realize I almost beat that ship here. But yes, titanium, guys. Good job. There we go. Yeah, so Yellow Science, all the things. That is now going to keep the Yellow Science going, which, of course, is what this is upset about. So that's going to have to happen a little earlier, but that's okay. Of course, our plastic is all good. The plastic, of course, turns into organic crystal. This plastic line is not used yet. It is. That's why this line is a little separated. Well, for a couple reasons. One, I need this oil. But two, these 5 plastic are going to be used as part of purple science. I don't need them as part of organic crystal. So all the things, but we're going to have to do a practice run of yellow now, because I've been using this file for too long, and now things are starting to run out, which wouldn't happen in the speed run, right? So I guess that's a thing, people. It is what it is. It's a thing that happens all the time. You know what, Max? You've had the sound turned off for the game the entire time. You're a bum. I mean, don't get me wrong. People have been listening to you, and it's been great. But they were supposed to be listening to the game, and you didn't do that. Whatever. Listen, I want to thank all the recent subscribers as their names go across the bottom of the screen. Of course, I'll thank Lonnie and Mr. O. Of course, Gregory and where is James? I know he's in here somewhere. Jamie, there you are. Noko, of course, I'm sure Noko's gone off to bed and all the things. I'm glad Noko stopped by. It makes me happy. And, of course, all the stuff and the things from the live chat. I appreciate that very much. And, of course, everybody that watches later on. My bad for not turning the game sound on. Like, these guys were very heavily inducted into climate change stuff, right? The currents and the stuff that affect me here where I live and where they live. And there was a lot of water talk. Anyway, it was, bubble baths, things like that. It's all good in the neighborhood. I want to thank you all for hanging out. I'm Max. This, of course, has been Dyson Sphere Program Destiny Blueprinting for the Speed Run Challenge. Let's have a look at those last 5 achievements, because this is what it's all about, people. We are going for Mission Impossible, which means we should get Don't Break a Sweat. And because this map is running on 0.5 resource, we should get this, and I'm not using foundations, So we should also get that. That is like so many achievements. Let me tell you, so many achievements as we're going for the last 5 big ones. I want to thank you all for hanging out. Of course, details on Discord, video links are in the description, all the things. I appreciate it very much. And tomorrow, we're back to Plan B because Plan A is totally messed up. So we're back to Plan B Terraform tomorrow, and I will see you all on the next one. Take care.